Why, hello, everybody. Welcome to week 3 here in Police Systems. Uh, Before we get started on what we've got new this week, I would like to talk a little bit about the research paper. If you've chosen the traditional research paper, I need you to let me know by sending me an email sometime this week who you're going to interview. At this point, you should have picked the person and start working on getting the interview done. I'll harp on that each week because that's the thing that bites people when they don't start working on it and get it done. And because you can't do it at the last minute and find somebody, uh, at least easily find somebody to interview. So send me an email letting me know what your topic is and what your, who you're going to interview. If you're planning on doing the ride-along program instead of the interview, and I highly encourage you to do that, I think it would be something that would be a very good learning experience for you, including the in-service police officers just riding with a different agency because people do things a little bit different. So if you're going to do that, send me an email telling me which agency you're planning on riding with. Okay, so let me get out of the way and we'll talk about what we've got going on this week. So this week we've got, we're going to be looking at Chapter 3 in your book on contemporary law enforcement industry. So be sure to watch the video, take the quiz, making sure you make at least a 70 on it, but go ahead and make a 100 because you can. And then you'll need to complete the original post for discussion number 3. Now keep in mind for this original post, not only do you have to do the exam review, but also tell me what you found most interesting about this chapter on contemporary law enforcement. If the video and the quiz are not visible to you, go back and make sure you have made at least a 70 on quiz number 2 and that you have participated in discussion number 2. So those two things need to be a requirement. The overwhelming majority of the class has done that, but I do have a couple students who have not completed all of the previous work. So just kind of keep that in mind. And then the next thing you have is the follow-up post to discussions number 1 and 2. Please make sure you follow the criteria. Got a little video talking about
Hello,
it.
everybody.
And it's pretty in-depth. It goes in and tells you exactly what you need to do. But just kind of review, make sure that you find at least 3 terms that other students have answered. They're not blank, that other students have answered. And then the answer they have is different than your answer, and you have to have an answer for it. You can't have a blank one. That's not comparing things if one of them is blank. So the first thing you need to do in your post, and have 3 separate posts. These 3 terms can be on the same student. They can be on different students. It doesn't matter, but put them in 3 separate posts. First thing, you're going to give me the term number and the term that you're going to talk about. Then give me the other student's answer. Just cut and paste it directly from it. You can cut and paste it, including the term and the term number, and get those all at one cut and paste. Look at yours, cut and paste your answer, but separate it. Identify it as their answer, your answer, so it's easy for me to see which one's which. Then tell me which answer's right. Is their answer right? Yours is wrong. Is your answer right and theirs wrong? Or are they both correct? And then back it up. Tell me that, yeah, mine's right because I found it on page 37 of the book. Theirs is right because I found it at the 3-minute point of the video. Or they're both right. So those are the possible answers. And again, make sure you follow this so you get 100%. There have been several students who have worked ahead and have got a lot of answers, but they're nowhere near following the requirements for the follow-up post. So make sure you watch that. If you're one of the ones that did, go back and fix it. So look at your last 2 discussions and the follow-ups and make sure they follow this the guidelines that are set forth here. Well, whoops, trying to get my picture to grow up. There it goes. Okay, well, that's all I've got for you this week. Be sure that you send me an email with who you're going to interview if you're doing a traditional research paper, or which agency you're planning on riding along with if you're doing the ride along with a police agency, to let me know that. Hey, this is a long weekend with a holiday on Monday. Y'all enjoy yourself, and I will talk to you again next week.